Looking for red tide, gauging the water temperature, and counting fish are just some of the experiments happening on FGCU's Kimberly's Reef. Some of this research can be done from a boat. For many scientists, such as FGCU Professor Melissa May, the best way to study the reef is below the surface.
Kimberly's Reef was designed specifically to be a living research lab that we could go out to and scuba dive on and collect data and use it continuously.
But before anyone dons scuba gear for their research, they first must take the scientific diving program at FGCU.
The scientific diving course is named that, but it's a bit of a misnomer because we really have to work on the safety part first. Getting people underwater who may not have been underwater in a while, making sure that they're conducting dives safely, so then we can focus on the science.
Callie Johnson teaches the diving certification standards from the American Academy of Underwater Sciences. While learning how to do underwater research is part of the program, becoming a safe diver in any water condition is most important to FGCU's dive safety officer.
Some of the sites that I pick are intended to challenge our students so that they can be more comfortable underwater. We go to a place called Hudson Grotto, which is a tannic sinkhole, so it's dark, and that adds challenges to any activity that you're doing underwater, especially because some of our sites offshore here in Southwest Florida can be quite low visibility, but once they're finished with that dive and they do a successful dive there, they feel so empowered.
That's one of the really big goals of that class is to get comfortable and to know where it's like, you're comfortable in this situation, like I can trust you to go do this, I don't have to worry about you.
As coordinator of education and research for FGCU's Vester Marine and Environmental Field Station, Adam Catasous says the scientific diving program is crucial for underwater scientists.
It's not always going to be flat. It's not always going to be crystal clear blue water. Get used to being in not the best conditions, and if we need to go do it, we're going to go do it, going to go sample. Like, we still need to be able to do the job underwater.
So the students learn all different types of techniques to be able to work better and more safely underwater. And then we build on those techniques to add specific scientific techniques that our researchers are required to do to conduct their investigations underwater. One of those specific examples is called a sediment trap.
The trap is a simple PVC pipe attached to the bottom or a hard surface where it hovers to capture debris in the water column.
And one of our researchers who is interested in harmful algal blooms is trying to catch red tide in it. And so that is one of the research objectives that the students might have the opportunity to participate in after they graduate successfully from this course.
Other research projects include fish surveys. That's one of the projects for Kinsey Pruitt at the Water School.
My part of the ultimate goal is to sort of create a field guide for future research assistants, future students who are working on this project, to allow them easier identification of the fish, as well as teach them how to determine certain metrics.
FGCU senior Macy Knoll has combined her love of marine science, art, and scientific diving by creating sculptures to enhance the biodiversity on Kimberly's Reef.
Well, I really wanted to be in on the action and to get to not only be the one creating the sculptures that would be going on the reef, but be the one installing them and monitoring them and conducting research using those sculptures. So certification as a scientific diver was very important in order to be able to do that.
Beyond the critical research, the scientific dive program at FGCU has additional benefits.
There is an automatic joy once your head goes below the surface. And I think that's true for so many people. And I love bringing that joy and sharing that with our students here at FGCU.
Major support for Kimberly's Reef is provided by Bo Deal and George Gelman, who believe the human spirit is behind every scientific discovery.